Hey guys, and welcome back to the Indie Spotlight here on the Fronsman Productions YouTube channel. If you're new to this series, this is where I take a look at all the amazing independent films that are being made to help shine a spotlight on some awesome independent talent. Today we're going to be looking at another one of Richard Russell's short films, Thewlis. Thewlis is a short thriller that takes a dark view on the meaning of life and the people that you meet along the way. The movie focuses on Mike, played by Joseph Moreland, as he delves deeper into a dark crevice of alcoholism. In addition, Mike is at odds with his daughter Shelby, played by Allison Marie Rogers, who takes great issue with her dad's worsening drinking problems. To make things even worse between Mike and Shelby, Mike strongly disapproves of Shelby's boyfriend Elijah, played by Kyle Shaw, calling him both a leech and a bum. Shelby becomes enraged, pointing out once again her father's blatant hypocrisy, as he himself is living off of not only her income but unemployment, and to make things worse, drinking it away. Defeated, Mike heads out to the convenience store to once again buy some more booze, and this is where he runs into the titular character, Thewlis, played by Brett Voyna. Thewlis then asks Mike to give him a ride to the gas station, and along the way they discuss the philosophies of life and death. However, things take a turn for the worse as Thewlis slowly reveals his true dark sociopathic nature and his intentions for Mike and his family. That's all I'll say about the plot to avoid spoilers. But from a filmmaking perspective, I really want to talk about, once again, I'm really impressed by Richard Russell's directing as well as the acting across the board from the cast. There's one scene in particular that really stands out to me as some tremendous acting between Joseph Moreland and Allison Marie Rogers. When they're having their argument in the kitchen, it just feels so raw and real, and I thought that it was such a great move for Allison Marie Rogers to throw the empty beer case to the floor, and the way that she screams at her father, the passion, the rawness in her delivery there sent goosebumps down my spine. I also have to give massive props to Brett Voyna as Thewlis. The charisma and energy that he brings from the moment that we meet him really makes it easy for us to see how Mike could be so deceived despite the red flags that were apparent of giving Thewlis a ride to begin with. And then along their car ride, Thewlis' transformation from extroverted philosopher to sociopathic serial killer is so smooth and so haunting that it'll give you chills. Another creative decision that I really want to highlight in Thewlis is the choice to shoot the entire short film in black and white. I thought that was very interesting because we're so used to watching movies nowadays in color, but yet black and white gives this almost raw, real, and gritty appearance. In an odd way, it's probably due to the fact that before, color film was popularized, or even really around for that matter, a lot of old documentaries were shot in black and white. And so traditionally we look at something in black and white and view it as more real and raw. And I think that this is especially powerful in Thewlis, especially because Richard Russell really doesn't pull any punches in this thematic short that screams at you to appreciate what you have and the people in your life, because you never know when you could lose everything. You can watch Thewlis right now for yourself on YouTube, and as always, I'm going to link the film down in the description of this video. I think it's definitely worth the watch, especially because Richard Russell is going to be adapting Thewlis into a feature film later this year. As indie filmmakers, I think that the biggest lesson and takeaway, especially today, of watching Thewlis is that you never know where your short films could eventually take you, and to not give up on old ideas that you could expand and create even larger. A lot of us as indie filmmakers, we start by making these short films, and sometimes we forget our roots and we move past them and start fresh on a feature film, where there is a lot more opportunity to build off of that short film, and to make that into your first feature, I think, is a really, really great idea. It's also interesting to note that not only is Richard Russell adapting Thewlis into a feature-length film, but he's also utilizing characters that he created for A Family Matter in the new feature film as well. I personally especially resonate with this idea because if you know anything about me, you know that my first short film, Crossfire, was the direct inspiration that led into In the Hands of Fate. A lot of the characters that I established way back in 2019, you know, with Rocco and his gang, I decided that when I was going to do my first feature film, that my plan would be to expand on those characters and give them new life, create a bigger story centered around those characters, and return to what made me fall in love with filmmaking to begin with. So stay tuned throughout the year as both my movie In the Hands of Fate as well as Shadows of Thewlis are going to be beginning production this year. So we're going to have lots of updates for you all as we move into production for both of our movies. And I'm also very happy to say that I'm going to be part of Shadows of Thewlis, working with Richard as a second unit camera operator. So I'm very excited for that. But anyway, guys, that is all that I have for you here today. As always, if you like this content and you want to see even more videos on indie filmmaking, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn that bell on for notifications so you never miss a new video on the Frons Productions YouTube channel. And if you yourself are an independent filmmaker and you want me to talk about your movie here on the Indie Spotlight, all you have to do is go down into the comments and tell me what is the name of your movie and where am I able to watch it, and I will add that to a future video here on the Indie Spotlight series. But anyway, guys, until next time, that's a wrap.